Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming my TBR for the NEWTs Readathon that has already started. It started yesterday, so I'm a little bit late posting this. So back in April I did do the Owls Readathon and was really excited to do the NEWTs one when I saw that it was announced. And I ended up passing, I think it was 7 owls in the Owls Readathon, so I'm going to be picking 5 classes to do for the NEWTs because I cannot read 21 books in a month. It's just not going to happen, especially with Booktubeathon going on because I'm also participating in that. So the first class that I'm going to be working on for my NEWTs is herbology, and the first challenge is to read a book with a green cover to get an acceptable, and that is No Good Deed by Goldie Moldobuski. I actually already read this. I just finished it like today. I was also reading it for Booktubeathon, so I decided to pick this one as my green cover because it's very green. And because I need some books that overlap with Booktubeathon or I'm never going to get them both done. So this is my first book, which I've already finished. So I've already gotten an acceptable for my herbology NEWT, but I would like to get outstanding. To exceed expectations for herbology, the second challenge is to read a book with illustrations. So I've decided to read Archie Volume 1 for this one, since it's a graphic novel that will take care of the illustrations challenge, and it'll be a nice quick read for me, so it should be no problem at all to finish it. And then for outstanding in herbology, the challenge is to read a book with read a book that has a title with light, air, sun, or water in that, and I've decided to finish up Smoke in the Sun by Renee Adia. I am about halfway through this one. It's taking me forever to read, and it's not because I don't like it, because I do really enjoy it. It's just I went through like a big fantasy reading slump, but now I'm kind of back into the fantasy a bit, so I will be finishing this one up for my outstanding owl in herbology. The next class that I'm going to be taking is Transfiguration, and for the first challenge to get an acceptable, you need to read a book with a great cover. I'm going to be reading The Enchanted by Renee Denfield. I've already started this one as well. I'm not very far into it. This was my book club read last month and I didn't finish it. So I'm going to be finishing this up. It's a very short book, so I should be able to finish it, hopefully. I wasn't really enjoying it much, which is why I didn't finish it. So I'm hoping that I can finish it and things will turn around for me and I'll end up enjoying it. To exceeds expectations in Transfiguration, the challenge is to read a new to you author. So I have decided to read 99 Days by Katie Katugno. I haven't read anything by her before, so I figured this one would be perfect. I just picked this up a little while ago. It's really hard to see, sorry, because shiny. But I just picked that one up a little while ago because it was on sale through Kobo, and so I just picked it up because why not? I heard that she was a good author, and while this one is not the best, apparently I'm in a contemporary mood, so I might like it. So that's going to be my exceeds expectations. And then for outstanding, which with the book that I'm reading for outstanding, it's pretty outstanding if I finish this, which I'm going to because I'm listening to the audiobook of this one, but I also have a physical copy. So the outstanding is to have it set in a kingdom or have royals in it, and I'm going to be finishing up Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. I was about halfway through this yesterday, and then I read a lot. This is, I don't know if you can see my tab, it's yellow, so it's hard to see. But that's how far I was yesterday, and now I'm more like here. So, I mean, I'm going to finish this one this month because I'm listening to it on audio. I listened to a lot of it last night, and yesterday just in general while I was cleaning and cooking. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to finish that one up for that challenge for Transfiguration to get my Outstanding Owl. My next class that I'm going to be working on is Care of Magical Creatures. So the first challenge to get my acceptable is to read a book with an animal on the cover. So I picked Save the Date by Morgan Matson because she has her little beagle here, and he's also on the back, so he's on the cover. This is one that I've really been wanting to read. I'm also reading it for Booktubeathon, so it was a great option for this, where I need to get as many of them fit in for Booktubeathon as I can. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. Heard nothing but good things, and I'm hoping I just fly through it because this might be my next read. I'm not sure. It might be. To get Exceeds Expectation, Care of Magical Creatures, you need to read a book that is less than 160 pages. So I've picked up Delirium Stories by Lauren Oliver. I haven't read this one yet, and it's the shortest book that I have on my shelf. And it just barely comes in under, say, it's right here. It ends right here, so it just barely comes in under 160 pages with 151 or 152 pages. So it just fits in there, and that's what I'm going to be reading for that. And then to get Outstanding, you need to read something that includes dragons in some way. So I've picked up Firelight by Sophie Jordan. I've had this book on my shelf since 2012, and I haven't touched it. I have wanted to read it because it's about dragons, so I'm going to hopefully read this one during the NEWTs to finally get this series started, because I own the whole series, because I'm hoping I'll love it, because it sounds like something I'll like. So I'm going to give this one a read, and hopefully I enjoy it. The next class that I'm going to be attempting is Charms, and for this one, to get an acceptable, you need to read a book that includes magic. Pretty basic. So I'm hopefully going to be listening to Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb. I've been really enjoying Robin Hobb's books, and as far as I know, there is magic in this one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's magic in this one. So that's what I'm going to be listening to, because I need to have at least one other audiobook. To get an Exceeds Expectations in Charms, you need to read a book that has a cover that charmed you. For this one, I'm going to be reading The Orphan's Tale by Pam Jenoff. I basically cover bought this. I was just walking along and saw the cover and thought it looked really interesting. So I picked that up, and basically that's how I got this book. To get an Outstanding in Charms, the challenge is to read a book that you think will leave a mark. For this one, I'm going to be reading All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. Sorry about the glare. I don't know. I think it's just a lost cause. Anyways, her books always make me cry, so I'm probably going to bawl for that. But, you know, that still leaves a mark. It's an emotional time for me when I'm reading her books, and they just fly by. I read them so quickly because I can't put them down. So the last class that I'm going to be attempting is Defense Against the Dark Arts. The first challenge is to read a book that is the last in a series. For this one, I have picked War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. I'm already started this one, but I'm I'm only this far in, so I mean 26 pages in. Now the only thing is, in order to read the next book, I need to read this one. The next book is on my TBR for Booktubeathon, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the next book during Booktubeathon, because I doubt I'm finishing this during Booktubeathon, since it's Thursday today and I still have other books to read. But for Exceeds Expectations for Defense Against the Dark Arts, you need to read a foiled book. So I have Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. It's really hard to tell, but it is a shiny book. It's got a lot of shine to it. So this is what I will be reading for a foiled book, which took me forever to understand. I kept seeing lists that people had put with a foiled book, and I'm like, what does that mean? So I had to look it up. And then the final challenge to get an outstanding in Defense Against the Dark Art is to read a book that has dark in the title, and I'm going to be reading Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. Now, I was stuck in between this one and A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab, but I decided to go with this one just because I've already started this series and I really want to read it. So I really want to finish it, so this is what I'm going to be reading for that. So these are just some of the books I'm going to be reading for the NEWTs Readathon. Let me know down below if you're participating and what you'll be reading, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!